Hi guys, the shad have arrived on our coastline, and I decided tomorrow I'm going to try get a shad, and I'm going to try put a live bait out for the Garrick or cob that follow the shad in, and it's a good sign for the sardines that are coming through. So I wanted to show you how I make my Garrick trace, and the Kenels that I use are the Sensation Pro series. This is a value for money hook. Generally on the tackle store you have generally around 22-23 rand up to about 30 rand, but value for money Kenel stays sharp, is strong. So I use a 6-0. I do use a 5-0 as well when the bait is very small, like a carantine or a mullet. But for the shad I generally use a 6-0, a 7-0, and when the shad is big, a 8-0, and I've caught on all three. So basically I want to show you how I make my trace. So I will carry the swivel separate. On the south coast we fish a return clip a lot, and generally the points we fish on, or the beaches, it has a deep lip or a deep point. I prefer catching Garrick with a return clip. Also have a much better hookup because we give the fish time to eat the bait, swallow the bait. So definitely I carry this separately because you don't know what's going to happen on that day. Maybe the water is going to be heavy and you can't get a bait out with big sets, or it's shallow at the beginning and then we want to get deep, then we're going to use the non-return to get the bait to the back. So I don't tie this on. I only tie this on when I'm at the beach deciding if I want to send a return clip or a non-return clip. So I'm going to make a trace with two 7-0s. Okay, I use Maxima, and I use 0.85 or 0.75. Now a lot of guys fish the G-string knot, and I don't like fishing the G-string knot because I lost fish on it twisting and busting. So what I do is I make a loop, just a simple loop, and then at the end where the tag is I make an 8 there. So you make a loop, and then you go 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and this is the way my dad and my granddad fish, and you pull that tight. Okay, and when you get that free end and you also pull that free end, it tightens the knot nicely. And what happens is you get 2 segments of line on this end, which I'll cut now. Okay, and what I do is I tie 1 hook short, so that will be the carry hook behind the head. So 1 hook would be short, and all I do again is I tie an 8, and I generally go 3 times to lock the knot properly, and then you slide it down. Okay, that's 1. Okay, and that's generally my carry hook, and then the other hook I want it longer than that. So I always check the distance. Okay, and then I want the 1 hook long and the 1 hook short. So basically my head hook carries the weight of the fish. The second hook has no pressure on it. It just helps with a better hookup with a bigger shad bait. Some guys make it with 2 hooks on the head, or you can fish this back to back as well. And basically you have that. This will go on the head and that will go on the tail, and you can also clean the knot off in the end. You can go back on the line and pull that down, lock that in, and then it just gives a neat finish to the line. Now why I prefer this knot is when you hook up, it never will bust. With every line that's pulling, it won't give. And I then take, if it's a non-return, I like fishing a longer trace, so like a meter. Gives the fish time to eat. So I'll just cut it here, and I'll keep my trace like this because I don't know if I'm going to use a non-return or a return based on the water in the morning. And generally that's simple. That's my trace. I'm going to slide a shad. Sometimes I like fishing a lighter line because you get a better hookup. Sometimes you fish a heavier line based on the areas you're fishing. Like on the beach I'll fish a lighter, but on the points I might fish a heavier. But yeah, I'm just going to keep my chase like that for the morning and put a slide on and see if we can get a fish. Thanks guys. Remember, sensation hooks, Maxima line. This is a value for money hook. I've been using it for years, and I even caught bull sharks on the 8-toe and they've done perfectly fine. So hope you enjoyed the video and hope you can get a fish in the morning. Morning guys. So we're here at the block and I got a live bait, a live shad, which I'm gonna slide out now. As you can see, there's a shad in the bucket there. Here's my trace I made yesterday. Yeah, I'm just getting the standy. Okay, I'm fishing with my Cedros. I'm not fishing for a hoot or anything. Okay, as you can see, I just use a clip, so you get stuck, the clip breaks. Yeah, put a live bait out and let's see. Huh? Fishing old school today. No, it's nice, huh? Hey guys, so as you can see, there's my trace. That's my lead hook. Take my shad. I put it right behind the head and I put this one a bit deeper. I take my back hook and place it here. Not too deep. As you can see, that's it. Take the clip out, the return clip, straight on here, tighten your drag, release. There's a bit of seaweed, but yeah, I'm doing get a pull there. that's how I slide a bait, guys.